Hey y'all. All right, welcome to Vibey Tuesday. It's June 25th, 4 p.m. And today we are going to talk about trusting the process and trusting that things will unfold as they're meant to, that things will unfold at the right time, and being able to continue to trust yourself and have faith in yourself and your efforts, even when things might seem difficult, when they might seem hard, when it might seem like you're in a time where it just feels like it's never going to end. Like it feels like you have this end goal in mind and you know you're going to make it there, but you just don't know when. You don't know how. Maybe you don't know the steps that you need to take to get there, right? And I feel like this could be when it comes to relationships. So either if you're looking for a partner or even if you're with a partner, right? Like if you're looking for a partner and it just seems like inevitable, it just seems like it's so hard to find the right person, but you know what you want and you have this vision, but it just seems so hard to find. And it's just the question of when and where and how. Or maybe you're in a partnership and you're just in a moment of flux. Maybe there's, some life events that happen. If you had a baby, maybe you just got married, maybe something happened within the family and you're just having to move through a time that's a little bit more uncomfortable. And I feel like this could also be maybe with health. If there is something with your health going on, or maybe you're on a fitness journey and just wanting to lose weight and wanting to have that summer body and want to have like a hot girl summer, right? But it's like, well, like, when am I going to get to that point? And maybe something with health and just, you're doing all the things and you're seeing all the doctors and nothing seems to be changing. And I think that sometimes in these moments where we're stuck in that in-between, in that liminal space, and we're kind of uncomfortable, we start to doubt ourselves. We start to doubt if what we're doing is correct. We start to doubt that things will ever be better for us. We start to doubt what we deserve in life. And we can just kind of start to be really hard on ourselves in those moments. And in addition, sometimes we can start to settle, or maybe we have this big, big vision for what we want our life to be, or what we want our partner or our marriage to look like, or what we want our career to look like, or what we want our bodies to look like. And we have these really big, beautiful visions that are so worthy of being a vision in your life. And you're so worthy of having that for yourself. And sometimes whenever we're like in these moments of doubt, we can start to kind of bring that vision down a notch, right? And we can just start to say, well, like, okay, well, like, maybe I won't look like that, but it's okay. I can, or maybe I won't have a partner like that, or maybe that's unattainable, so I have to kind of settle for this. And that's just, we should never settle. We should never settle if we have a vision for ourselves and what we want. And especially if like you have a feeling tied to that vision of how you want to feel when you wear that bikini at the beach and you feel like a fucking hottie, or when you just picture this like beautiful rom-com romance with your partner, or maybe your marriage just completely shifting, or maybe your ailments and your health just being completely gone and just feeling so in your body. That is so true for you, and hold on to that, and hold on to that feeling and what it feels like to be at that end state, and continuing to trust that you are doing everything possible to get there, and continuing to trust in yourself and trusting in the process, and trying to detach from putting any sort of like a timeline or a time limit on this, because some things take work. And I was thinking of this just a couple days ago, and just with even me personally, and trying to like build a business and a career and trying to put stuff out on Instagram and promote and market, and it's all so new, and I honestly don't know what I'm doing half the time. Like, I just really have no idea what I'm doing, but I know that it's gonna lead somewhere. I just don't really know where, and I have a vision for that, and I'm just trying to hold on to that and just know that I'll get there at some point. But the timeline that I had in my head was like, oh, in like 6 months I'm gonna be able to like quit my job and launch this, and that is just not the case. And so I feel like it's much healthier to be able to enjoy the journey to the destination that you're trying to get to, and learning along the way, and not trying to say like, okay, in 2 months I have to lose 20 pounds, or in 3 months I have to have my business, or like, oh my God, I really need to have a partner by winter for cupping season. You know, like, I think once we put those bounds on us, it just makes us settle even more, because we're trying to like meet this timeline, and it could be unhealthy in a lot of different ways, you know? And so being able to detach from any sort of a timeline and just letting things play out as they're supposed to, and continuing to put your best foot forward in whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish in life. And I think that and I think that with that, and just like holding on to that vision, that's like what you just have to be able to look at. You have to be able to see where you want to go, and just continue to march towards that and continue the momentum towards that. And I think a really good way to combat doubt within yourself is to have a gratitude practice, and to start thinking about things that are going really well in your life. And not to say that we should ever discredit any discomfort or any real emotions that we might be feeling, but it's also really important to see the other side, and to celebrate yourself, and to celebrate the small things that you are able to accomplish every day. And that could just be small wins, like maybe you got out in the sun, maybe you did the dishes, or did some laundry, or were able to talk to a friend, or took some time to read. I feel like just being able to find the small moments that add up, it just really does add up, and it makes you be able to view life so much differently. And so with that, that's what we're going to be tapping on basically, is being able to trust that process, trusting that everything that you're doing, all the momentum that you're putting out there, it is for a purpose, and that also where you're going is probably even larger than where you think you're going. Because I think of where I'm at today in my life, and had anybody asked me like 4 or 5 years ago if I would be here, I would say no. I would have never guessed this life for myself, and where I'm at, and the journey that I've been on, the friends that I currently have, the job that I have, the career that I'm building. I would have never expected this of myself. Like 2019 me would have never expected this of 2024 me. And so I think if we just trust the process and continue to move forward, we will just be like in bewilderment of like what we can do. And it's just having that trust and keeping that faith and holding that vision that you have for your life. So we're going to tap on that so we can get started here. So we're going to start up on the top of the head, and we're going to run through all the points. So basically what you'll do is you'll just tap wherever I'm tapping, and then I'll say a statement and you'll repeat after me, and then we'll just move through like that. And if you want to change out any words and make it your own, you can 100% do that as well. This is your tapping, your sessions. You can make it what you want it. We'll go from there. All right. Let's just take an inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Okay. Cool. So we're going to start up at the top of the head. And you'll just repeat after me. Sometimes I tend to doubt myself. Sometimes I tend to doubt where I'm going in life. Sometimes I get scared that what I'm doing isn't enough. Or that what I'm doing isn't good enough. Or maybe that I'm not good enough. And my inner critic really starts to take over. I start to get in my head about everything else I should be doing. I start comparing myself to others on Instagram. And I start holding myself to a really high standard. But sometimes it seems like the standard I'm holding myself to isn't my own. Because maybe sometimes I'm thinking more about what other people think about me. Rather than just thinking about what I want. And rather than thinking about what I want to put out into this world. And whenever I compare myself to others and I doubt myself, I start to feel really small and insecure. And sometimes the vision that I have for my life can start to shrink. Maybe that's in jobs or health or relationships. But I try to find ways that I can settle. I try to find ways that I can get to where I'm going much faster. I'm basically trying to rush the process. Instead of enjoying the journey. And I have a really big, bold, beautiful vision for my life. And I just want to be there right now. Like, why can't life just happen on my timeline? Why do I have to trust the process and trust the universe? Sometimes I just want to control everything. And I know that's not how life works. And so even though there's a part of me that's a mini control freak, even though there's a part of me that doubts myself sometimes, and even though my inner critic can be super loud sometimes, especially the week right before my period. I deeply and completely love and accept and forgive myself. I deeply and completely love and accept and forgive myself. And I know that it's normal to have doubt. Especially in moments of such huge expansion. And I'm choosing to see the doubt as a lesson. Because when I doubt myself, there's obviously a reason for that. And I'm going to play investigator and figure out what that reason is. I'm going to take this uncomfortable situation and learn from it. Maybe it's learning to take up more space. Maybe it's learning to speak up and speak my mind. Maybe it's meaning ways of loving myself. Maybe it's learning that I am worthy of the life that I want. So if whenever I start to disbelieve in the process, whenever I start to ask, why me? I'm going to take a deep breath. And I'm going to try to understand what thoughts are creeping in. And then I'm going to work towards healing myself and learning more about myself. And I'm going to let go of any timelines that I have for myself. Because truly, when is the last time something happened on time? The universe works in mysterious ways. And that bee has her own agenda. So I'm going to trust that everything will unfold as it's supposed to. That everything will unfold when it's supposed to. And I'm going to appreciate the journey along the way. And shit, sometimes I might get stuck in the mud. Other times I might be flying high. I'll probably meet some cool ass people along the way. I may lose some people along the way. And I know that when I reach my destination. I'm going to look back in awe of everything that I did. And you know what I'm going to say? I would do that again in a fucking heartbeat. I would go through all of that all over again. To get where I'm at today. Because it was so fucking worth it. And I'm a new person because of it. And I'm a stronger person because of it. And I'm so fucking proud of myself. And so it is. All right, take a deep breath in through the nose. Let it out with a sigh. Nice. That was a good one. Thank you guys for joining. Yay. I hope you liked it. I hope it was good. I hope it resonated. I got the chills at the end, so I love that. And I hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys.